Здоровеньки. На вторую серию, значит, у нас тут The Council. Так, идем поговорить.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men.
Не могу прочитать, так возьму с собой.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi? He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Maurras de Richet. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you'll forgive my indiscretion?
Believe me, she's not that special. His Eminence was asking me for my opinion about the style of the main door. I have to admit, this place certainly doesn't lack panache.
It's simply stupefying.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Like you, Mr. President, I'm here as a result of Lord Mortimer's invitation.
2 members of the same family here. That is rare.
You know what they say, you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Good Lord! Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit! That's the man for my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start. Do you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat, very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer, so don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I've already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision.
Fucking shit. Кого выбрать? Вот этого урода. Или первого президента Соединенных Штатов Вашингтона. Так, клоун, иди нахрен. Привет уже.
Let's see what Washington has to say.
Sir, if you don't mind, I shall stay here.
Do exactly as you please, young man.
Louis, thank you for staying. Just like you, when I arrived this morning, I found out that Sarah had gone missing. I know your mother well. Don't worry. Emily is from the English branch of the Golden Order.
And President Washington is in fact the leader of the Order in the United States.
I didn't know.
Sorry to have made you wait, but I didn't want to speak in front of the others.
You did well. Secrecy and discretion are the pillars of our organization.
If I can help in any way at all, please don't hesitate to ask, my lad. And if you have any other questions, now's the time.
Короче, эти чуваки свои. Ну как свои, частично. Так, что вы знаете об Мортимере? Откуда Эмили знает мою матушку? Да жопа это Мортимера.
And you, Emily, what do you think of my mother?
I only know her through the Order. The one time we met, we only exchanged a few words in a corridor of Parliament.
And was the exchange courteous or impassioned?
I'm not sure if I understand.
Was there any reason for her to be angry with you?
Under other circumstances, I would slap your face for even asking, but I'll put your lack of tact down to her disappearance. Know that your mother is a woman I would love to work with. Her reputation is entirely deserved. Mr. Washington will be able to tell you more.
Mr. Washington, you seem to be very familiar with my mother.
When did you last speak to her?
Philadelphia, 15 years ago. Sarah often went back and forth between France and the United States.
Yes, I remember those days. I didn't see her too often. Right. Would it be too much if I asked you a few more questions?
Not at all. Go ahead. But I can't promise I'll remember everything.
May I ask, when you saw each other, what did you talk about?
Что вы в последний раз обсуждали? Политику. Блин, не хочется тратить очки, если честно. Потому что они тут реально... ну, надо экономить их. Тайны, которые нас окружают, Золотой Орден. Нас обсуждали. Да пофиг.
My mother has always been fascinated by strange powers. Did she talk to you about anything like that?
Yes. Her facility for discerning truth from rumor served me well. Such as preventing massacres, like the one at Salem, from happening again. Or convincing people that horsemen cannot ride around without heads. What was it that she used to say now?
Keep an open and logical mind?
Yes, that's it.
Thank you, sir. I was hoping to speak with Lord Mortimer. At least now I have some information, thanks to you.
I repeat, Lord Mortimer is a man of his word. you won't be disappointed. And I am persuaded that your mother's research is his main concern.
Mother still is at the head of the Golden Order. I find it difficult to believe that she came to this island without notifying the other members.
As for myself, I did not know. I am here at the request of Sir Holm, a situation regarding the Crown of England to resolve, and to see what Lord Mortimer has to propose to us.
As for me, Lord Mortimer asked me here to speak about the future of America. I did not know that your mother would even be among us. In any case, no one has yet mentioned associating the Order.
We haven't found many clues yet.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm sure nothing bad has happened to her.
Yes, I hope not.
Careful, they're coming back.
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Sir Holm, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Just mentioning Elizabeth totally changed Washington's attitude. Looks like he just saw a ghost.
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence. On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
В одном обзоре было сказано, Джордж Вашингтон, глаза выглядят так.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr.
the
President,
picture
Your
looks
Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Oh man, it's been quite a day. Right, where is my room?
Ну, как он сказал, справа, кажется, да?
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Ну, еще пока тут погуляем. Все белки изъедутся.
A Greek drachma. One of the rare ancient coins to be mentioned both in the Bible and in the Quran. Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte. Monsieur Jacques Perru.
Все Жак Перю, да, все Жак Перю, еще тот Жак Перю. Кстати, да, будет интересно развитие событий с Звучком Перью. Так, полезная штука.
Decorum Guide.
Здесь книги надо искать разные. Они полезны тем, что тоже дают дополнительные навыки. Ты типа как бы, как сказать, после окончания каждой главы, скажем так, то есть эпизоды делятся на главы. получаешь навыки, очки навыков, и ты можешь заюзать какую-нибудь одну книгу, которая дает тебе еще какой-нибудь навык. Увидите, короче.
Monsieur Johann van Vulna.
Здесь что-то есть. Здесь идет по кругу эта хрень. Так что я сейчас приду в свою комнату просто более долгим путем. Что не было окружение. Ой,
President George Washington.
Джордж Вашингтон. Я где-то с Вашингтоном, да, вместе.
Great, honey.
Мед, отлично. А, ну, в принципе, у меня дома был мед.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
А, пьянки. Хотя можно было юзать.
Huh, that's me.
Зря заюзал там.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Piaggi's trust. What should I do?
Ой, ну я честный парень. Надо было хитрость, наверное, качнуть. Хитрость иногда, конечно, хорошая штука.
Damn. Can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Piaggi, so... Too bad. I'll wait until I hand it to Mother. Wow! Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
The hell is it?
Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices. Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son. Judith beheading Holofernes. Ironic in a way, when you know that the artist represented herself as Judith beheading her mentor, who had raped her.
Ой, боже, ну что за дичь ты собираешь?
Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes.
Мне, кстати, забавляет этот факт, что чем вот сейчас современнее время, тем более мягче все.
The conversion of St. Paul, like Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome.
У нас в обществе такая иллюзия поддерживается, как будто бы крови, говна, кишек и ничего нету. Жизнь, конечно же, не такая.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer is giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Да, богато. А тут, в принципе, ничего больше такого нет. Пойдем спать. Трезвенник. Я не смог найти на причале все зацепки, ставшиеся матушкой. Чего?
как это не смог? Я ж... А что я там пропустил? Бля, там, по-моему, письмо ж где-то было, если не ошибаюсь. Но у меня не было навыка улик, наверное, поэтому я его не заметил. Ладно, фикс. Вот, типа, глава части закончилась. Вот, там дали 4 очка. Куда же их потратить? Предметы. Убеждение. Нафиг не надо убеждение. Наука. Этикет. Психология прокачал. О, это я молодец. Это я прокачаю стопудово. Манипулирование. Хорошая штука. Бдительность. Да, я надо бдительность буду качать. Это тоже хорошая штука. И допрос потом надо качнуть. Пойдет. Вот, теперь я могу выбрать книгу. Какую мне качать. Но эти навыки у меня есть. Давайте науку возьмем, это полезная штука. Наука, в принципе, нам нужна.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
De Richet can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of de Richet's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late, and we have much to discuss. One last move?
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come, take a seat, my friend.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
Вспомнил. Почтовый ящик
I'm
написан.
coming!
Там было письмо матери. Если бы у меня был талант сыщика, да, я бы его нашел. А так там было целая куча всякого говнописем.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present. However, rest assured that we are doing all...
Да погоди ты стучать.
Last Judgment. Why do I always get the most terrifying room? The incredulity of St. Thomas. Why is Caravaggio representing St. Thomas putting his finger in the wound? Thomas looks on but doesn't touch.
Это же ночь еще, точно. Пока можно. Что ты хочешь?
Excuse me, am I bothering you?
No, not in the least. Is something wrong?
I'm going to need your help. Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
Elizabeth Adams. Home introduced her to us.
Yes. Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes. I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
Честно, хз. Ладно, давай поможем.
Count on me, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Keep Elizabeth downstairs as long as possible. She must not return to her room.
Trust me.
К черту, буду действовать так, как мне интересно.
According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon. I better hurry.
Сейчас будет интересно.
My son. Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
I believe Miss Adams may be in danger.
What do you mean?
Do you hear that? She is being manhandled in this small salon.
By whom?
I don't know exactly. A thug, a Frenchman, it seems. By the cut of his cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary Government. You should do something, my son.
Shit. I was supposed to make sure Adams wouldn't go back to her room. Don't worry, Your Eminence. I'll take care of it. Probably nothing to worry about.
Do you want me to call for help?
Please don't do anything. I'm sure with a little goodwill, everything will work out fine. Don't go and wake up the whole manor, please.
Thank you, my son. May God watch over you.
Старик, блин, помог мне.
Who do you think you are?
Вы можете достичь цели разными способами. Тщательно обдумывайте свои решения перед тем, как сделать выбор. Да,
Me, sir.
If we were in France, I'd have sent you to the guillotine for what you just said.
Please, just let me go back to my room.
Hey, you! Stay out of it! This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell's going on?
Huh? I don't think you know who I am.
Stop. I beg you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me, please, sir.
Shit. If I step in, Adams might just run back to her room. And if I do nothing, yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it. What should I do?
Конечно, муж рыцарь. Я рыцарь.
Let her go!
Huh? Stay out of it, boy!
Shit.
What are you playing at? I told you to mind your own business, boy! If you think you can side with this whore and then just walk away, you're out of your mind. Give me one good reason not to knock you down.
Запугать? Его запугать? Блин, давай попробуем.
Sir, you obviously do not know who I am, or you'd keep your distance.
Ooh, one more like that and I'm gonna get scared. Don't think you're getting away with it that easily. I'm sick of all these toffs. If we were in Paris, I'd send you all to the guillotine. And on top of it all, a woman telling me how I ought to behave? I won't stand for it.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
What? Don't tell me you're gonna defend these harlots!
Women, right? They really do drive us crazy sometimes. I totally understand.
Yeah, and every time they open their mouths, it makes you want to slap them. I get the feeling you're trying to put one over on me. If that's the case, you're making a big mistake.
Sorry about that. Look, there's no point in us aggravating each other. Let's both just go our separate ways.
Don't move, we're not done yet. You wanted to be the knight in shining armor and save the damsel in distress. Let's see how brave you are.
Holy shit!
Aim true. You only get one shot.
At this distance, even a blind man couldn't miss.
If you miss, you're a dead man, sir.
Взял на понт.
I'm not in the habit of beating Lord Mortimer's guest in his own salon. You got off easy this time, but don't try it again.
А я в прошлый раз по-другому с ним справился. Немножко. Что-то там, короче, я его закрутил. Философский. Блин, сечки потратил. Жопа.
The brooch Elizabeth was wearing.
Huh. She was so frightened she was unaware that she'd lost it.
Yeah, well, it didn't seem to do her much good.
Мало что я их потратил. Блин.
An old sesterce from Roman Gaul. There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest. Hey, these look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia. Chronicles of the Amber Princes. As I recall, Dorkin was my favorite character. Lady Adams must have locked it behind her when she fled. Well, did you get time to search the room?
Louis, I only needed 10 minutes. Imagine the scandal if she had found me.
What would you have done in my shoes? She was in the middle of an argument with some angry guy.
10 minutes? I didn't ask for the moon.
Nonetheless, you found what you were looking for, didn't you?
Not everything, but yes. Elizabeth is definitely the daughter of John Adams. We need more information.
You can always go back.
It's too late now.
Golden elixir. I'll keep it for later. Duke Manuel Godoy.
Вот эти видения, конечно. Чё за...
Your Eminence, what are you doing here?
I was worried about you, my son. How did it go with Miss Adams?
Don't worry about that anymore, Your Eminence. I had to step in, but everything's under control.
What an adventure, my son. I am relieved to hear it. You acted as a good Christian. In these troubled times, we need more men of your caliber.
It's nothing, Your Eminence. I did what I had to do.
Well, you did the opposite.
Good. Well, thanks for the news. My son, I have another problem. I wanted to speak to you about something important. Do you still have my letter on you? The one I gave you in the hall?
Why do you ask?
I have a name to add to it.
Here it is.
Thank you, my son. Ah, I see that it's still sealed. I was right to put my trust in you, Luis. Give me 1 second, please. I can't imagine what would have happened if I hadn't added this name to the list. Please be sure to give this letter to Sarah the moment you see her.
You can count on it.
Have a good night.
Ну что, не зря мы письмо не раскрывали.
Huh, that's me. I'm exhausted. I better go to bed. I'll search my room tomorrow. If Mother stayed here right before me, you never know. And Mortimer had better show up.
Подать сюда, Мортимера. Так, сколько там уже прошло? Я не смог задержать леди Адамс. Я мог узнать больше о прошлом матушки. Вон, сука, аж 4 развилки, блин. Капец. Я мог поговорить с Вашингтоном о своей матушке. Когда? А, ну если бы типа задержал ее. Да пошел в жопу. О людях из своего видения. Больше о том, что обо мне говорят. У меня могла состояться запоминающаяся встреча. У меня могла состояться запоминающаяся встреча. Блин, вот это интересный пункт. Что ж там за встреча такая? Проблема этой игры в том, что здесь нету сохранений. То есть здесь вот линейно идешь и все. Переиграть ты можешь только когда закончится типа эпизод полностью. Тогда ты можешь выбрать, какую главу ты можешь переиграть. А до этого никак. Ну, ладно. О, мне еще дали навык. Круто. Быстро, да? Так. Подожди. А что за предметы у меня появились? Ничего у меня не появилось. Навыки надо куда-то тратить. Ладно, бдительность будем качать. А что я хотел еще качать? А, психология полезная штука, кстати. Я знаю, что будут 2 книги на психологию. Это точно. Логика наблюдательности прокачал. А, допрос. Возможно. Этикет. А здесь есть этикет? О, один я отсюда возьму. Уклонение. Отвечайте внимание собеседников, меняйте тему разговора и уходите от ответа. Ну прям дрянь. Полезная штука. Убеждение. Вообще мне больше нравится логика. Клевая штука. Ага. fucking shit. Чё выбрать? Эрудиция, блин, тоже поддержка разговора. Ладно, уже про эрудицию. Давайте убеждение качнем. И психологию.
All right. In my vision yesterday, I saw that Mother had this room before me. I better search the room. Who knows? Maybe she left me something behind.
Блин, я думал, все навыки восстанавливаются после сна. Оказывается, нет. А вот я могу выиграть скрипт. Убеждение прокачаем. Убеждение. Это вообще просто крутой убедитель.
Nothing. The torture of Ixion, condemned by the gods to lose his mind because of his arrogance. A Chinese coin, recognizable by the hole in the middle. If I remember rightly, that's called a cash.
Вот я же говорю, как он говорил, что все видно. Ни хрена тебе вообще ничего не видно. Чем так высоко, что уж облака, что ли, видно? Недомогание мое. Пипец. Опять меда нет. Ладно.
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Так, хорошо, золотой эликсир. Здесь 4 эликсира, которые каждый что-то делает. Мед установит очки. Эта хрень снимает отрицательные эффекты. Эта хрень показывает слабость и устойчивость. И это позволяет применить следующие навыки и подавать очко действия. Полезная очень штука, потому что здесь бывает кончаются.
Here's something that will undermine my botanist's appreciation for the local climate.
Я не хочу тратить очки.
Priest's robe, crosses. Must be Piaggi's room.
Так, по-моему, в этой комнате больше ничего.
The incredulity of St. Thomas. Why is Caravaggio
writing material?
Dear Monsieur de Richet.
Как бы, ну я проходил это все, я знаю, что тут делать.
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Так что я небольшой читер.
Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage.
Oh, this bookcase is well stocked.
Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round.
A Voyage Around the World, the travelogue of the explorer Louis-Antoine de Bougainville.
One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence.
And I don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother?
Found it. A faint sign of the order, barely visible. Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book. Let's see if I can find anything else in this room.
Come on, Louis, think. Think.
Надо было науку качать.
Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind.
She must have used the writing materials.
What if she used lemon juice instead? An old trick used to hide messages. A message using invisible ink. I bet she used a lemon to leave a message. Now, how do I reveal the message?
Вот это меня немного напрягает. Как бы, вот он сам до всего допер. Как бы я не тратил, специально не тратил, я хотел посмотреть, что будет. Вот там мы видели лимон, его можно было изучить. Там мы видели чернила, которые тоже можно было изучить. При этом на все это тратится по 2 очка. Это жирно слишком. Я думал, что если я не изучу лимон и чернила, то он не догадается, что то, что он сейчас догадался, что да, невидимые чернила, лимоном написано. Ну, он это и так понял.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Как проявить письма, написанные лимонным соком? Можно, короче, пеплом его намазать, но это... О, можно было изучить науку и типа и вспомнить, что пепел делает. Так как я науку не изучал. А вот, здесь много разных коробок раскидано, которые можно взломать, если бы я прокачивал взлом. Там, наверное, были бы дополнительные эликсиры. В принципе, сейчас мне он не нужен. Скажем так, тупой платит дважды. Лучше за зря ничего не тратить.
Aha! It's working! The heat reveals the message. Let's see what my mother wrote.
Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon. Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, could be anywhere. After that, she adds, beware hero. The beast always charges the best protected soldier. And that's its weakness.
What is my mother trying to tell me? If you've gone to so much trouble, you must not have only found something important, but
you must have also felt like you were in great danger. Now I better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical. I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
Я, короче, начал все подряд это юзать. Ну, я ж не знал, что да. Короче, взял пепел, натер книгу пеплом, и половина сообщения мне, типа, ну, стерлась. Я знал только первую половину сообщения, типа, про Медузу. А про, типа, что чудовище бьет самого что-то там защищенного, вот этого у меня не было. Ну, прикольно. Прикольно, тоже иногда нужно. Вот если бы я изучал науку, я бы потратил очки, да, и узнал, что пепел, типа, этим помогает. Ну, интересно, интересно, интересно. Ладно, я пока эту серию закончу. В следующий пойдем на ужин.